Perfect, great, that's awesome. Say that 4 times quickly. New shade, new shade, new shade. No, you can't. Oh my god. Is it too late? Has she dried down? Will we recover? Pretty. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be trying out some new products and sharing all of my thoughts on them with you. I have one of the new YSL quads, the eyeshadow quads. This is number 100, the Cool Tone quad. I have a new mascara from Shiseido to try out. I think this is new to me as opposed to being brand new. I've got the new bronzers from Ciate. I have one of the new shades of blush from Gucci. I've got one of the new highlighters from Tom Ford in the gorgeous Oasis shade. And I also have a new shade of the Rouge Dior lipsticks. These are the like transfer proof bullet lipsticks. So I'm going to be trying all of this new makeup with you and sharing all of my thoughts. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, I don't know what the audio is going to sound like today. I've had to use my fan because it's like 100 degrees in here. Obviously, you guys, I've mentioned this before, don't have air conditioning in the UK. It's not a thing in houses here, and it is a boiling hot today. So I'm sweating, I'm boiling, I'm roasting, I may pass out. So I had to have my fan on. I have no other choice. Hopefully you can't hear it or it's not too disruptive, but yeah, I'm sorry. It was that or I just melt into a puddle before your very eyes. So I'm going to start off with this stunning quad from Yves Saint Laurent. The packaging of these quads is delightful. It's delightful, it's glorious, it's beautiful. I'm in love with it. This was my favorite color story. It was really the only sort of color story that I was really that interested in. These sort of cooler tone palettes just really appeal to me. I feel like there's just not that many of them around in great formulas. And my friend Tavia from Chic Profile has had a few of these palettes for months now, and she is raving about the formulas in here. So I had to try it for myself. So I'm using this lighter shade down here and my Rephr 16. I have not used this palette. This is the very first time I'm using it today. Live action hero. Anything could happen, you know. Okay, really nice, more subtle transitional shade. It's not a matte, this shade. I think you can probably see there's, you know, some luminosity there, some shimmer to this shade, which I do not mind. I think the only matte in here is the richer brown, which I'm fine with. One is all we need in a quad. One is fine by me, especially if it's quite buildable and versatile. So I'm going to dip lightly into this matte now, this deeper brown, and this is my Rephr 33. I love this for like achieving a bit of a sort of smokier look without it being like too much and going too crazy and smoky. It's like the perfect sort of lighter brush that keeps everything in the crease. Love it. It's been absolutely exhausting. I'm so sorry that the products in this video have taken me so long to get to. But when I got back from my holiday, I was literally gone for like a week, but I swear like 15 new releases came out in that time, and I've just been drowning in them trying to catch up ever since. I'm not managing it, and the entire time I'm trying to catch up, more and more is coming out, and I'm just, it's like a never-ending roundabout that I would like to get off of now. Please make it stop. I mean, this is a great start with this palette. This is exactly what I want this palette to do so far. Everything blended beautifully, seamlessly, in fact, with very minimal effort. So far, so good. But for me, it's all about this shade. I need this shade to like give me something special, you know? I've swatched these and taken some photos for my Instagram, and they feel, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. So I have sort of put my mitts on this palette, and it feels so buttery and creamy. The shadows just feel absolutely glorious, so creamy, like almost like a sort of cream powder formula. Thing is with the fan is now my eye wants to water. Great. Put it as far away as it can go, And yeah, it's still wanting to water. Help. Dangerous game we're playing today, a dangerous game. I think I'm gonna have to turn it off because when I get to mascara, that is an incident waiting to happen. So I'm just gonna turn it off for a while and we'll turn it back on when I start to dissolve. That shade is exactly what I was hoping for. That reflective, twinkly, wet looking shine. Oh yes, I love it. So pretty. By the way, I was using my Sonia G builder brush redo then, and now I'm going to use my Rephr 21 for the final shade, which I'm going to put in the inner corner to brighten that area. That's a bit more of like a satin. It's not quite as like metallic and impactful. Oh my god, I just put some of that on my nose, so that's great. Yeah, the star of the show is definitely that icy, taupey Deloitte. Okay, so I'm going to use my Sonia G Soft Definer and I'm going to dip. I might do one little dip in both there. I don't want it to be too smoky, but I feel like the lighter shade isn't going to give me enough. So that's perfect. A bit of a dab in both. There we go. I mean, beautiful. Absolutely glorious. So pretty. Exactly what I was looking for. If you like cool tones, you're in heaven. Heaven, I tell you. Okay, so I think this mascara from Shiseido, I don't think it's new, but it is new to me. It's the Imperiallash mascara. I've never tried it before. The wand is giving me good vibes. Good vibes. This looks like a good one to me. And it's got some nice little prickles on the end there, like a little thistle, which I always find really great for getting like in the inner corners. Never tried a Shiseido mascara, so I don't know what we're expecting here. We're starting off quite well. Maybe a little subtle for my taste, which most mascaras are, but you know, the proof is always in that second coat with mascara for me. I'm not a one coat kind of girl, you guys know this. But it's definitely giving me a nice fluttery lash with no clumping. Nice fanned out lashes. Yeah, definitely not a bad start at all. Good, good. Okay, so next up, Ciate sent me across two of their bronzers. I have the shade Palm Island and South Beach. I feel like either of these could work for me. Maybe Palm Island is currently a little light, more subtle. Oh, these smell like holiday. Yeah, that might be a little too light, but nice, subtle, warm tone shade. These remind me of the Becca bronzers with that wave in there. Yes, this is going to be better because it's not only a bit deeper, but it's also a bit cooler toned than the Palm Beach shade. So this is, no, Palm Island. Come on, get it right. Get with the program. Palm Island, South Beach. South Beach is the one I'm using. Smells lovely. Nice, subtle, buildable bronzer by the looks of it. They have a nice little bit of glow to them. In the pan, it looks like there is some like glitter and sparkle, but I'm not seeing it like on my skin or in the swatch. I think that might be an overspray. Oh, this is really nice. Really nice and natural and subtle. The fragrance is like an SPF type of smell, you know, like a summery, beachy type of smell. Look at my top lip. I'm gonna have to turn the fan back on. Oh my god. I swear, like every year when I start talking about how I'm hot, like Americans are like telling me, oh, you don't know what hot is. I live in the desert. I live in Vegas. I live in Texas. You don't know what heat is. And like, the thing is, we don't have air conditioning here. So I do know what it is. I'm experiencing it. It's killing me, okay? And I love the heat. You know, I've been to Greece in the summer. I've been to Egypt. I've spent a lot of time in Australia. I do know what heat is, I promise you. It's just that here we're dealing with it with no air conditioning, and it's the humidity. It's the humidity. That's what we're all really bothered by. But I really like that bronzer. I feel like it's given me a really nice, natural, healthy glow. Bronzed up the skin, but very natural, and really nice colour as well. I feel like that's a really nice undertone, especially this one, but also the lighter shade isn't like orangey either. It's just a fairer tone. Love it. Okay, so this highlighter from Tom Ford, there are 2 shades. I chose the shade Oasis because Mirage just looked like it was straight up yellow, which wasn't for me necessarily. I have used this before. I'm using my Sonia G Fan Pro because this applies it nice and light so it doesn't become like too much. It's very easy for this to be too much for my skin tone. It is a more like dramatic metallic highlighter, and there is quite a lot of like sparkle to it. So if you're a fan of like a subtle understated highlighter that's like a bit of luminosity as opposed to a more metallic one, I don't think this one will be for you. This is definitely a bit more metallic, a bit more of a like shimmer to it, and it also does, I think you can see it more on this side, enhance texture quite a bit. So it's glorious and beautiful to look at, and I like it, but it isn't like my typical go-to style of highlighter, you know? Okay, so for blush, I picked up the shade Soft Red. Gucci released, I think, 3 new shades of their blush formula. I love this formula. It's one of my absolute favorites. Just a beautiful finish, like luminous, but not shimmery or sparkly, just perfect. And this shade was screaming to me, warning heads up. For some reason, this was on whatever website this was available as soft rose or something like that, and not soft red. And I, by process of elimination, figured out this must be the soft red shade, and it says soft red on there, but for some reason on the website it was saying soft something else. Confusing. Stop it. Using my Sonia G Lotus Detail, my favourite blush brush, and she's beautiful. It's so pretty. I feel like very intimidating to look at, but these Gucci blushes are so buildable, and they really can be as impactful or as subtle as you like. And this is just such a pretty understated shade for summer. Beautiful. You can keep building as much as you like, but don't be intimidated. They aren't as frightening as they look in the pan. That's so pretty. I love it. Do a little buff. Oh my god, I forgot to do my second coat of mascara. Is it too late? Has she dried down? Will we recover? There's only one way we're going to find out, guys. Okay, it's fine. Whew. Oh my god. Where has this hair come from? Some mascaras, I'd say the Charlotte Tilbury is one of them. If you don't go back and do that second coat, like in time, you aren't doing one because it will have dried down and it won't allow you to build once it's dried down. This second coat is giving me what I'd like it to give me, you know. God, I've got literally mascara all over my entire eyelid. Perfect, great, that's awesome. And I don't have any Q-tips over here. So just the news just keeps on getting better. That is really nice. I'm pleasantly surprised, not because for any particular reason other than I am fussy. I'm very picky when it comes to my mascara, as you guys know. This is a really nice one. Very natural, fluttery. It's given me some really nice length and enough volume for me, but it's not, I'd say it's more of a like pretty fluttery lash type of mascara than it is like a full fat lash mascara, but it's so pretty and it's really given me some lovely lift and separation, which I'm enjoying. I really like the inner corner bristles as well. It really helps you shape everything and get every last lash. I'm really liking that. Should we do lower lashes? Why not? While we're here, let's have a lower lash day. See if this is going to transfer. I'll let you know in the comments. Pretty. Okay, so this new shade of the Rouge Dior Forever Bullet Lipsticks. This is number 630. Dune. I could have done with a spectacle. Dune. Now, this is one of some new shades that they have. They are not available here yet. I was able to get this from my friend Tavia. As soon as I saw this, I was like, yes, because I feel like this formula, I love this formula, glorious, but they don't have that many nudes. And so when I saw they had a new nude shade, I'll say that 4 times quickly. New shade, new shade, new shade. No, you can't. You definitely have to give these Dior lipsticks like a minute to see their true colour, because as they sort of set down, they do tend to like deepen up a little bit. You can see now that started off maybe a little too light for my skin tone, and now it's the perfect nude. I'm so happy about this because I love this formula. It's so amazing. It will get through a dinner, it will get through drinks, it will last and wear amazingly well. And they're really nice and comfortable, you know, not a liquid matte lipstick, but still very, very good as far as transfer and wear time. But I was missing the perfect like nude shade, and this is it. At last. Okay, so let me give you my thoughts on everything. This eyeshadow palette, I'm in love with it. It's literally my favourite type of colour story. This glorious, cool toned, but so impactful, very smoky, very flattering. Everything in here, you know, it's got those couple of shades that are more subtle shimmer, it's got an absolute popping shimmer, and it's got a really easy to blend and build matte. So you could take this look from daytime, evening, office friendly, whatever you want. Very versatile, so pretty, and the creamiest, butteriest, wet looking shadows, absolutely glorious. The packaging does not hurt. It's beautiful, very travel friendly, very sophisticated. I love it. I do wish there were like more color stories that I could pick up, because the formula of this, I love everything about it, but I feel like this was the only one that I was super drawn to, which is a shame because I want more. This mascara, I'm pleasantly surprised. I just thought this was going to be like a, I'll use it today and then that would be it. This is so pretty and fluttery and spaced out. This really reminds me of my Benefit Roller Lash that I've been loving recently. It's giving me lift and fluttery lashes with that kind of separated look, but in a quite natural way. Really, really pretty. I'm going to definitely keep using that. I really like how my lashes look today. Love it. This highlighter from Tom Ford was a little bit disappointing to me, just because it's not my style of highlighter. It's a little too shimmery. It's a little too like thick, a bit too opaque in, you know, the amount of opacity. Obviously. You know, it has a lot of colour to it, so then it makes it quite hard for it to melt into the skin. I like a more sheer highlighter that's just luminous without too much colour. I feel that this has quite a lot of base, and so it kind of looks a little heavy. It can go a little grey if you're not careful, and it has a lot of like shimmer to it, which does enhance my texture a little bit, but just mostly isn't my type of highlighter. I like a more sort of melted in, glowy, luminous highlighter as opposed to a more metallic one like this. So it's not bad, it's just not my preference for a highlighter. The Ciate bronzers I really liked. Well, I only tried one. The Ciate bronzer I really liked. The undertone and the shade and everything, it was really nice to use. Very buildable, very blendable, and very unintimidating because it didn't have way too much pigment. I feel like it looks really nice and natural and not powdery, not too heavy. really nice. And this Gucci blush, exactly what I was hoping for, a more sort of subtle blush than it looks and perhaps people might expect, but so flexible, really buildable, really easy to use and not as intimidating as it looks in the pan. Just a really nice pretty shade for summer. I've already told you guys I adore this formula. It's really smooth but luminous and glowy and light, and I love the packaging of these little blushes as well. Now you guys know already that I love the formula of these Dior lipsticks, and this is my new favourite shade, so a winner. Pretty successful day for makeup all around. I'm really happy with how my makeup looks today, so that's a win. I use my Lisa Eldridge foundation, by the way, because everybody asks me what's like the best foundation for hot weather, and I feel like it's the Lisa Eldridge because it will see you through a melting day. So that's the one I've gone for today. And let me tell you, my whole body is melting right now and my foundation's looking good, so it must be true. So please let me know what your thoughts are on all these new products. Have you picked up any of these? Have you tried any of these on your list? Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.